Hey guys, and welcome back to another Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney live stream. Last stream, I guess, like yesterday, we kind of completed the game, essentially. I mean, we found out that Yanni Yogi was the murderer of Richard Hammond, and that's because Von Karma instructed him to do so. And we also managed to arrest Von Karma for the murder of Gregory Edgeworth. So we got two murders out for the price of one. And Yanni Yogi wasn't even an old man after all of that. He was just some guy pretending to have brain damage for 15 years of his life. But, you know, we caught them both. Von Karma finally got his karma and is now sitting happily in jail. Hopefully we never have to deal with him again. Or his finger wags. Granted, I thought the finger wagging would be more important because he did it a lot. But he only did it like 20 times. Which, I mean, I guess finger wagging in general is a weird thing to do. But yeah, apparently did it 20 times. That's something. Anyway, today I said we're starting a new trial. We got halfway through the investigation of a new trial. Something Goodman, his name was Paul Goodman. I don't know. Yeah. So far, I mean, the case is pretty mid. We've got a new friend Emma instead of Maya, and we're defending her sister, who seems to be confessing to the murder. So we'll see how this goes. I don't think we're gonna finish the trial today, but we'll definitely get a decent way into it. Hopefully. Yeah. Get down with that and let's get ready. Okay, let's load it up. Sip my 7-Up. Okay, let's go. I think this is the first time I ended the stream in the middle of an investigation, so I've kind of forgotten where we're at. Okay, so that we don't need to present. Have we presented the shield yet? Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutor award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony to get your rumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumours. Present that? Oh, never mind. We've definitely read that, yeah. I love how she's more concerned about Edgeworth than her own sister. Edgeworth's troubles. He's in a tough spot again. Again? I was gonna say, of course, again. He nearly got sent down for a murder he didn't do. Twice. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there's always been a rumour about Mr. Edgeworth. Holding evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there's always whispered rumours. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural for people to be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumour. People are saying the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for chief prosecution position himself. Prosecutor. But what? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met a guy who was... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. He's some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. Well, his name's Jake, so delusion fits. That's fine. From West LA, yeah. He's got nothing to do with being a cowboy. For a moment, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Lots of introduction. Okay, nice. I was surprised if this gets us anywhere. It's not like you're supposed to be there. I know we will look at you twice, pal. Okay. Let's go here. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in the pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh. Oh, still here? Hello. Hello. Why the surprise look? Didn't I mention? I've gotten a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Oh, so she's got boyfriends everywhere. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. The victim. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. Ask you. Just added extra words. See on the ground, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's the killer. He's asleep. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something here to catch his interest? Okay, let's do that. That was the wrong thing, but let's examine it anyway. Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it's a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus £20. I think a couple of zeros are missing. No, that sounds alright. At least in the detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. You really should. Can we inspect this actual letter? Nope. Nope. Oh, lol, didn't actually present it. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters got to me go right to the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. That old cowdog? You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look. Or it should say letter of introduction. It says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher up? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like a sailor. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Hootenanny? Let's have a hootenanny. Oh, not manifest. Also, manifest destiny? Yeah, we don't talk about that. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Oh, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. The Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Oh. Are we sure that was the right move? Officer Marshall? Could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. His name wasn't Paul Goodman. Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy out there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me a tale. Madonna? Why is Madonna here? I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. Let's hear the autopsy report. Death due to a loss of blood, one knife wound, died within within an hour and a half of 4 PM. Why don't they just say 4 PM to 5:30? Was my sister involved in the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So, there's no motive? Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. There's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? He's a 10, but he drinks at work. Hi, Paloma. He's the 10, but he calls us like a nanny call, some crap like that. How's it going, Paloma? How are you doing? Here? It's this parking lot? So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout in high noon. Also, his name's Jake Marshall. And he's delusional. So it works. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. You're not even from Texas, you're from West LA apparently. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives until 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now. How can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambino? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Don't disrespect our Gumshoe, okay? Right? Just because you have a country accent and you think you're all that doesn't mean you can mess with our I was gonna say Goodman. Our Gumshoe. I don't understand the Italian cowboy. Right, listen here, it's not Italian. I'm trying my best. Maybe it's because he runs with Edgeworth, eh? You don't understand Edgeworth? He keeps calling everyone cow dogs as well. That cow dog's been kicked out of this cow run by order of the chief of police. Just, you don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe? Kicked out the investigation. Wait, oh. He better not be. Oh, this idiot. Oh god. Oh. Okay, so we don't present him that. Let's present him the autopsy report. Never mind. Also same thing. He's not gonna give us anything. Oh, actually, let's do our badge. I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Round. Our badge is a star. A lone star shining in the nighttime sky. Beam of light, illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Why does he have a sheriff's badge? Yeah, literally, he said Madonna as well, yeah. Let's go here. That was not the right choice. Just go backwards and forwards. Let's present not Edgeworth. No, we can't do that. Okay, I'm assuming we just carry on with this guy. You just need to say ciao, bella. Let's not talk. We need to present him something, probably. Act 12. Prosecutor's bright red steed came in to trot. Real slow like. A trot? Mount Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe, waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along? Ah, a door shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? Door knight maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. No. When I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Does it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office on criminal affairs is surprisingly cheap. You know it, they've gotten cheaper with every year passing, I tell you. But out of all this evidence, I gave two of the ones that weren't relevant here. Let's present him the ID badge. Was that some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman ID's. This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance. In this row, if you want to talk distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than with the to hang out with the pros. Mr. Marshall, don't you have anything good to say like at all? Honestly, dude, just because your name's Jake, you think you're better than everyone. We already presented that. Oh, I've done the same thing. Okay, when we decided, wait, you can do it. Okay, we've done that one as well. I'm lost where we go now. Oh wait, I can examine the floor now. God damn it. Yeah, here we go. I can actually examine the car. The B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over in the over there, far in the distance. Wow, butcher that one. Yeah, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think about it too deeply and you'll be fine. Okay, now let's investigate the car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. It's busting. The crime took place in our underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. What's this? It looks like some sort of note. Look, something's written on it. Look, something's written on it. You're right, let's see. 67S 1212. There's a name printed on above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed? Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Interesting. Oh. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest that this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else he'd belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out. Why wouldn't we check it out? Right, let's check it out. Ooh, here we do. Oh, I'm not even controlling that. Why? What was the point of that? Anyway, what do you mean by Blue Badger hate club? We hate the Blue Badger. Have you seen his face and that music? That's scary. We don't talk about the Blue Badger. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. Oh, not you too. These are hard to come by, you know. I see this series is as popular as ever with the kids. Okay. How do I flip you over? Oh. Don't you put so much effort into it? Yeah. I know. Still doesn't mean it's ugly as hell. The phone's still on redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you may have received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Oh, whatever. Let's check out this phone. She called you old, Phoenix. Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go, it's back, in cell phone version. It's actually such a banger. Right? Okay, let's carry on. Hey, that song. I know that song. Oh, I know that. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone there, didn't you? Oh, well, yeah. Whose phone is it anyway? It was on the ground over here. There. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor's car. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I've got a question for you, partner. I heard the phone ring now, just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. I hope you aren't lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Shut up, no one asked. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of a Lone Star Patrolman. So, last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Interesting. I'm a Blue Badger worshipper myself, totally. Oh, I don't know about that. I wouldn't say I worship the Blue Badger, especially that music. This rope, is it? Yep. They laid it in the... Why am I saying it in Marshall's accent? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. That's what I mean. How would she not be like, wait a minute, my sister's never had that phone. What are you on about, lad? She said no. Instantly it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Why am I always so tired playing Phoenix Wright? You know, all the oxygen's leaving my head. Phoenix walks around with a brick of a phone. Yeah, honestly. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's face is sad of Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yes, Bambina? How can you say that? You were my sister. You were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gone to me. Maybe it's the dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will. Something's up with... someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimony to me. Oh, forged evidence and arranging testimony to me? It was unbeatable because of he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable that is, until he met you. Yeah, and then we messed him up. But rumours are just rumours, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumours about Edgeworth to their source, you'll find one person. But they're off limits, untouchable you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Scar. What? My sister? Edgeworth shouldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What? You're saying Edgeworth is making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. Right, I'm getting annoyed at him now. With all this country shenanigan stuff. Be normal. Stop being country. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've gotten some clues. We have the autopsy report and note from the victim and the cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, there's only one thing that's bothering me is Lana confessed to the crime. She said she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yeah? I know that song you played when it... I know the song that your phone plays when it rings. What? Oh. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:15, just after the murder took place. Oh. Oh, sorry, I'm an idiot. So when we pressed the evidence phone, it called Emma's phone. So what we're saying is that Lana called Emma before, well, after the murder. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Okay. The detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Okay, that's fine. So, realistically, yesterday we would have finished this trial now, but obviously we're going to carry it on. It's fine. Are we at the actual trial now? Wait, trial form now. Yeah, I think this is the actual trial, right? Yes, okay. February 23rd, 9:34 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still lots of grey areas. Or rather, the whole thing's one big grey area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they're suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. That is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. I will say, I don't want to be that person. This trial already is... I'm not connecting with these characters as much. It's interesting. But I mean, I think the fact... I mean, every other trial there was somewhat where I was like, oh, I kind of care for. But they're funny. I'm not really clicking with any of them. Anyway. My first trial without a Faye helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Have I given her Maya's voice? I can't even tell anymore. All the voices are blending together in my head. February 23rd, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 9. Why is there this many courtrooms? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in the courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Hi, Featherwing. How's it going? Welcome back. How are you doing? I will choose the path that is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for the rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Because it's a compliment and my compliment. Exactly. They're very similar. Like, I feel like they should have made the character a bit different. Even if it was like a male, like, helper, like, on our sides. Just so that it was a bit different. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Ho ho, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really waffling it down. And, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name or profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? The fingerprint lunch is just rice and sesame seeds. It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. She didn't like that. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I've always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name's Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I am not finished eating. See, the more we get along with, go on with this judge, the judge is funny. I like him. He's stupid, but it's funny. Hurry up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call the police to prove that the description of a crime. Provide. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said in the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was the detective? Oh, I know who you are. Coffer Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue your description with your Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates these 2 blocks. I sneezed. That felt weird. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by the car at the back of A block, in a car trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with the knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Okay, nice. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on your principle, sir. Your Honor. It seems that some poor loser are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? Yes, you can. Then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Thank you, Paloma. My nose feels funny now. Mrs. Account. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely handed detective's intuition at work. Oh god, she looks scary, that. Through a wide fence, I saw a chief prosecutor standing next to the garnish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrusted the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. She could be the killer. Any of them could be the killer. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, let's go. Nothing stood out, honestly. I always knew daylight would come, that was a bit dodgy. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinions are duly noted, given they are used erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. She's so evil. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Oh, that makes sense. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. I was on my way to deliver lunchbox to my boyfriend. One of many boyfriends. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. Exactly, that's what I mean. She's got so many boyfriends lined up. Kind of jealous. You go, girl. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend and that boyfriend and the other boyfriend. Care to join? But yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. Honestly, we should all be like her. I've decided. Let's all just get everyone. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note yourself, the judge has to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. Oh, I want to put my glasses. I can barely read. There we go. Glasses a day. How? Okay, back on. It's up to the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I park in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime? When I sense of, You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say it? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese? A pale white cheese. Not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be a hard yellow sharp as tack. And sharp as tack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something staring in the back of my mind. My throat feels funny. More than one person is kind of too much effort. Tell me about it. At least that's my opinion. Nah, I just want love, Paloma. But I get what you mean. To be fair, yeah, being in a relationship seems tiring. For the white friends, I saw the prosecutor stuff. Yeah, sure. My garnished car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. But Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth, wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any evidence, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You now want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? I've won plenty of trials, thank you very much. Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that little tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Oh, Lana! A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. Oh my god, we love that. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you? A prosecutor? Think again. Oh my god, I hate her. My boyfriend works in the photography division at Criminal Affairs. Well, this is most certainly a defendant. It's not added yet. Oh, great, well. Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Let's inspect that. Took a picture and printed it, honestly. Are we supposed to be seeing something? Oh, well, she's not got a cut on her hand, but I mean, she is wearing gloves, so that's something. Huh. Interesting. Wait, the chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand while she's not. Represent that. Yeah, there we go. Well, that helps. How convenient that we just inspected that. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear my finest salmon swirl lunch. That looks quite nice. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But, isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sykes not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet, it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Wright. Mr. Wright. Jeez. I'm assuming it's blood. Edgeworth didn't have to do us like that, though. He just called us feeble. Granted, if Edgeworth called me feeble, I'd be like, yeah, understandable, sir. Carry on. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? There's blood yeah. Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark chrism stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? That's black and white photograph. Ah, yes. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Ugh, you got a better idea? Objection, sure. Wait, that contradicts the witness, what the witness said in the testimony. Namely, that she took a picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. The music keeps cutting out. That's it. If you run out of your lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering a jumbo size lunch for the get-go. Feeble just means weak, Paloma. So he's calling us weak and pathetic-minded, which understandable. It's fair. Good advice. I'm sure I understand it, but I'm not sure I understood it. But good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was called calculating robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not have been wearing those gloves. Ah! These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offence. Witness, add this to your testimony. Yeah, we're so weak-minded. It's actually I'm fine with that. If Edgeworth told me I looked crap, I'd be like, yeah, fair. I do look like crap. I'm also a terrible person. You know, Edgeworth could say that to me. I'd be fine with it. The murderers planned the rubber gloves to prove it. There were no prints on the knife, so that's fine. Let's just press her. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of course, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do the murder. It's the only possible conclusion one could make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ugh. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show it wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it... You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Edgeworth's... I'm guessing Edgeworth's knife was the murder weapon because it was already in the car, and they wanted to use Edgeworth's car as the murder scene? I'm assuming? Like, that's what we found in the car. I'm trying to think. We've inspected that. That, yeah, that's fine. Present. Let's inspect this. We just present this? No, it's not that. We'll just skip through this then. Oh, oops. That's fine, that's all the same stuff. So I always knew they would come. I was on my way to deliver lunch boxes. When I sensed something perhaps fine... Can we inspect this map? That's... I meant to enter. Oops. A red car... Yeah, that's Edgeworth's red car. Okay, that's also wrong. We're really messing this one up. I might have to save now just in case we ruin it again. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Save. Okay, through murderous plan to give... I feel like it's this statement. That's a very heavy statement. The murder was planned... Oh, wait, it's because it's Edgeworth's knife. Right? Yeah, because if it's a premeditated murder and she used Edgeworth's knife, it wouldn't be premeditated. Because otherwise she'd have to know that she'd have Edgeworth's knife. That's fine. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was used in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, this is my knife. What's with this case? Honestly, the bloody murder weapon, the red car, all belong to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor from the district, right? I mean, are prosecutors bad people? Yes. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, you state that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing this special gloves. It seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prefer the most important thing, the murder weapon? Yeah. So, obviously, if the murder weapon's in the car, she could have planned that. Well, she couldn't plan the murder that far in advance. Because she could have gotten there and then there'd be no murder weapon. She would have bought it herself. He's done with this kid. Oh, you have to rewatch the case all over. To be fair, This one is a hard one, I feel. Like, it's going to be a hard one because it's like the end bonus one. And 2, we split it in the middle. So that doesn't help. Oh. This knife just happens to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Exactly. Oh. Oh. Wow. Order, order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favour. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Nope, Edgeworth doesn't agree. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that tide has turned. Oh, see, we're so in love. Phoenix and Edgeworth, they're lovers. He can read Phoenix's mind. They are so intertwined. They are gay lovers. You cannot convince me otherwise. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. I guess if it was still murder, yeah. The only one who seems to care is this lunch lady over here. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered the detective with a knife. But that is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else. Very good. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do she planned on killing him. It was planned. Right, he just gave you a way out and you just... I don't like her. I don't like her, I don't like Officer Marshall. Are they the only two randoms? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are nothing to be underestimated. Really now. Interesting. Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive the human machine to put a knife in again and again. Oh, that's it. I'm pretty sure... Wait. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Where's the autopsy report? One knife wound, yeah. So the contradiction is that he said over and over again. She said over and over again. It does sound like a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. You know what? We're just gonna skip to it, because we're pretty sure that's what it is. Nothing, yeah. Again and again. Oh, I keep going the wrong way. There we go. How easy? That was the easiest one so far. You said she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. The only thing I don't like about Edgy is that his eyes look like he smoked devil's lettuce. To be fair, when Edgeworth is in the profile bit like this bit here, when he's looking directly at you, he looks a bit stupid in my opinion, I will say. Oh, I just hit my mic. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. She's not happy. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. We literally pointed out that contradiction. What's happening? We were the ones that just said. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed. Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, dear. Uh-oh, thanks. I've always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now, I realize such a mistake is impossible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. I'm gasping. Edgeworth looking stupid. No, that's not the same person. He can look stupid, doesn't mean he's stupid. We all know Edgeworth is bae. We love Edgeworth. We stan Edgeworth. We stan Edgeworth and Phoenix's love relationship. That's clearly canon. No, that isn't canon, but definitely canon as well. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Oh, we got you good, Angel. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Let's check this photo. Oh my god. OMG, I knew it was Cooley. Greyleaf? Hi, Greyleaf. Welcome to the chat. How's it going? How are you doing, sir? Or ma'am? Wait, this is the wrong photo. Yeah, Lana just had some Kool-Aid. Let me inspect this. I didn't want to inspect my badge. That is fine. We're here now. Inspect. She's not wearing a red muffler. There we go. It's that. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Oh! What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler at any time when she stabbed the victim. See, look, Edgeworth doesn't care anymore if he wins or not. He is going to prove our defendant correct, whatever. He can see through Angel Star's BS. And you've proven it yourself with this photo. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Edgeworth, let her... Well, actually, don't let her be. Get her. However, you don't have to bury her that much. Jesus Christ, Edgeworth. She doesn't deserve that. King of prosecutor, honestly, though. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. Even the judge agrees. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What about my objection, chopped liver? Yeah, everyone's fully just on board with this Edgeworth train. Honestly, wait, Plum, we're actually popping off though. but it was there, a scarf. No, not really, not that, but something red. Really? Well now, where are we? Where were we? Witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? I don't know, that last reaction seems a little genuine. Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the witness. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of the testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. That is quite important. This next testimony might be the moment of truth. Apprehending the victim. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition on her off to the side. I quickly caught her, explaining her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made escape, but Angel Star, resistance is futile. Right. Already. There's a partition wall here. She says she's a visitor, so she's on parking lot B. She can't get through. So that's just a lie. Okay, that's fine. I think we know the contradiction. You were quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, cobras are a kind of snake. Don't bother me with the details, unless you want to get bitten. Yeah, her eyes are different. One's blue. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poison. This snake bites. Yeah, this one's like grey. Her other eye's blue. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman, raw. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Is it not right? I'm gonna just go for that. Wait. I quickly quote explain out. Right. Let's go back. I quickly caught up with that. Right. I want to try this. No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Wow, Emma wants Edgeworth to herself. Honestly, oh wait, you can bet she's like, yeah, she's definitely lying, or at least wrong. And yeah, Emma definitely wants Edgeworth, but who doesn't? Honestly, except Angel Star, who doesn't want her. We might have to just So Miss Sky tried to run. I'm sorry, my sister's. I'm sorry, my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am, but she didn't do it. You have to believe me. Okay, let's just inspect. No, press stuff. So, where's this partition on the floor plan? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there. About 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Yeah, honestly, Greyleaf, who wouldn't want Edgeworth? I quickly caught her. Oh wait, no, don't read that again, lol. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from the whole time. That's what I mean. Maybe I should press her for more detail. Okay, never mind. We'll press it and then we present the floor. Yeah, I like to see this on the floor plan just to be safe. Here we go. The lunch lady's land car was here. Thank you. Okay, so this is going to be it. It's going to be the fact that the partition wall is... No, this is in the middle, so she won't be able to see it. That's fine. She won't be able to get there, I mean. She was a visitor, thus she was parked in Block B. So, you witnessed the murder from here? I would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing, the Coffin Queen lunch lady athlete. Indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gone to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet tall too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Huh. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muff. Huh, it's not that then? Okay. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard from her was the word muffler. How convenient. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was on her phone talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... I guess you have to ask further, but... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court does not see, mister. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. That's hidden behind the partition wall, so she shouldn't be able to see that. That's right, near the car there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. So then she used a cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should have of course add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Okay. Present floor plan. Because the telephon's here, so if she really viewed her seeing it, she shouldn't have been able to see that. There we go. Big brains! Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Oh, shut up. Well, Miss Star, This is a fatal contradiction in your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Take a look at the floor plan. You said you witnessed the crime scene from this point. However, if this is true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. Exactly. Which means she was on the other side of the wall? I really see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of the partition. If indeed you were in Block B, you couldn't have seen it. Order? What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me to question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told to the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw, where she saw it, the order of events. Where she saw it? Because, yeah, she clearly saw her taking the phone call, which she did apparently, so she needs to have seen it somehow. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is the significance about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But you say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. She vented. Angel Star vented. Vote her out. She's sus. A different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime? All the testimonies have heard tonight pointed to one direction. Place from where Miss Star saw the crime was here. Security room? This is the only place she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor. So you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being a part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in a block. The only place where she could have seen the crime is the back of the partition and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, mister? Ooh. How many years have I been waiting? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Star. Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective, you should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty? She talking about Miss Sky? Bear with. Okay, there we go. Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why does Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. The marshal works in the parking lot, or is he just because of the murder? I think he works in the parking lot. I thought the security guard boyfriend was Marshall, but I'm not too sure actually. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. That's true actually. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. Wait, that means she wasn't the one who took the photo, right? Because that's got the partition wall there. Which means someone else took the photo, right? This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. But what? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk it all without a good reason. So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright? Let's review what we know. Lunch lady was too busy making out with Marshall. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What could change? Angle of view. Definitely not different in lighting. Distance to the crime, angel of... Angle of view. The angel of view. Angle of view. We're gonna go with that. Why? The angle of which she saw the crime, okay, would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well... The security guard station is on the second floor. And, she would have sort of more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? For the photo. Wait, what? It's not that. Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright. It's not that? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Why is it not that? I thought that actually made sense. Wow, yikes. We're gonna have to save before we die and have to redo the whole thing. Distance to the crime, I guess, then? It can't be lighting. It changed the distance between her and the scene of the crime. The stepladder? My condolences, Mr. Wright. Do you mean ladder? My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plan and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could have seen. What she saw is nothing. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there? The scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky. Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The whole step-ladder argument. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch to my fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. But surely it's the opposite way where she went, oh, what? And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. There is, Plumber, don't worry, there isn't really a difference. It's more of the fact, in this game, Phoenix and Maya have an argument like, oh look, it's a ladder, and then Phoenix goes, you mean a step ladder? And then they just kept going on about it. It came out like twice, I think. That's why I had to go through the visitor car park in B block. It's quite a detour. Oh, did you go all the way around to climb over? It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. For 5 minutes? Okay, that's very different. This changes things considerably. But it was the woman over the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. That's true. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. Oh, you have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Is it? Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you could have done... You have to do something. We have any evidence to stop this. Raise an objection. 5 minutes between the witnessing of a murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make pasta in the amount of time. If you like al dente. I was gonna say, pasta takes like at least 10 minutes, Phoenix. 9. At a push. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with the 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey. Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instinct of a killer. You would run. But this time it was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Oh. True. Like, why would she go through all that effort? Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in his testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. But that was too close. So we didn't actually earn anything. All we did was just prove that she was a liar. I'm afraid that the Coffin Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. I'm assuming that's her telling us to hold it. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple decker? Oh god. Out of deference for the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Judge, you're a simp. Like the lunch lady motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of a lunchbox this time? Don't forget about cup noodles. Oh, she is probably poisoning the judge, honestly. I won't be surprised. We love cup noodles. You should try Shin cup noodles. They're so spicy, but like really nice. I love it. I have like 2 packs of spice and I give my dad like a tiny bit of it because he can't handle it, but I love them. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoes, did I not bring it up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was of course the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's full of decisive evidence. Oh, well, what? There was blood found on the shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunches and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Or is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating for this myself. And? You have blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? She has a boyfriend, yeah. I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the department team. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh god. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. No. Ugh. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid. You could at least study some evidence law, really. Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that the evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty is properly judged. Okay, can I inspect that? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. And how do you know it has 2 types of blood? That's cool. You honestly, I mean, like I said, she's gone behind everyone's back, essentially, and done the investigation herself, which I mean, fair enough, but... don't get me wrong, we love girl boss, we love women who can look after themselves and are strong, independent ladies. However, we don't like these types of women. Inspect. Why did you lie about... Oh, big you. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I was just wanting people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you find monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This one, the suspect is admitting she did it. But false testimony is is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. I mean, isn't murder worse? And now the night of the victim shoot did not bring us up. Oh wait, we needed to inspect this shoe. This blood, it's my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. Anything inside? Oh. Ah! There's blood here too! On the sole of the shoe? It's got to be the victim's. He must have stepped in the puddle of his own blood. Wait. Oh, he must have stepped in the puddle of his own blood. All this blood, it's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. I don't get it. So this is the blood of the victim. I don't get Emma's statement, because I thought this was Lana Sky's shoe, right? Wait, whose shoe is this? Is this Detective Goodman's shoe? Oh, victim's shoe, idiot. Why not want shoe, bears chase? Wait, so he stood in a pool of his own blood? How? Yeah, she has her own team. Bring it up. Two tests of blood on the shoe, one is across the victim, and the other type matches the defendant. This shoe proves it's false. Oh yeah, Mr. Meekins or whatever his name is. The guy who's really loud and just barged in. Yeah, that guy. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief's prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make sure I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-treated pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. Honestly, Edgeworth, you need to calm down. We don't like her either, but stop violating this woman. I was afraid someone would have raised the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I don't understand how he got blood on his own blood on the bottom of the shoe, right? Because surely it'd be her blood, if anything. I'm happy for you and the lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Two tests of blood were found on the shoe, one, of course, of the victims. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit evidence as something in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analysed by a forensics expert. And she got away with a little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were two types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant. Okay. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. I mean, what? You claim to know something about blood tests, Rookie. Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from blood tests whether a murder was committed or in cold blood. Phoenix, that's just stupid. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of tests of all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample down to just one person. Or so I hear. But that's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten a DNA test result. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. It ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. Honestly, now we're getting blood, like, samples and crap. What the hell? Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? That looks disgusting. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She is enough hot water to make us a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or do you not have a problem with the shoe? A problem? This is critical. There is a problem with the shoe. There is a problem. I'm not imagining things. I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. A gleam in your eyes. You're still young, Rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. We're saving. I don't trust myself to get this right. What is contradictory about the victim's shoes? Show us the problem with this evidence. It's the bottom of the shoe, right? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Okay, we got it right. Don't mess with me, Rookie. Or to be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. She literally just threatened us as well. Indeed, there was quite a lot of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood at the bottom of the shoe? Oh, there's no blood puddle. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? None of the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor. There could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene of the crime and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness. What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that a lack of footprints is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. That's true, there has to be a reason why there was no footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Oh dear. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Oh. I thought that it was a strange thing to say to her normally. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I'd like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was that oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Oh, they're saying it would have washed away the shoe prints. Do you want to know the real reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Surely that wouldn't wash away the blood though, right? Oh, you don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would be evidence against her. Oh my god, it's getting serious. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale sign. Why, that's a prosecutor's speciality, erasing evidence. That reminds me. Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when... Oh. Oh, tired. So, that's when my sister got blood on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What else can I do? Your sister's confessed the crime, and she tried to conceal it. But... yeah, I don't understand how it's not her. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this seems so like Lana. I'm just confused who else it could be at this point. Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star's on the prosecution. Side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Okay, I was gonna say, there's gonna be something. What? Little girl. What did you just say? Oh. Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? That's what's gonna make us start? Fair enough, Queen, I guess. Well, yeah, you are. You're saying that my sister hid evidence by erasing the blue footprint. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. I have a lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. But wait, don't tell me you have something else. Why does she have everything? The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare me. Just don't scare the coffin queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had it in just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in the photo. What's an asphalt? Hey, it's clearly wet. What's an asphalt? Raising the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this was what your sister wanted anyway. Yeah, literally, she should be arrested for the fact that she's hiding evidence. That is illegal, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Why are we getting premonitions of Mia? Still. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. She scares me. Like, I liked Mia in the beginning, but now these ghost Mias, they're actually scaring me. This is the last piece of evidence. Also, I called this the Blue Badger Hate Club. I thought we'd talk about the Blue Badger, but we've not mentioned him at all. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Bloody hell. I'd be done at this point. I'd just quit. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't wait. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence a proper each piece of evidence. Oh my god, English. Of each piece of evidence, proper consideration. Okay, everything just opened for a second. Let me close it down. You cannot tell me this is a masterpiece. He looks scary as hell. I hate him. I'm sorry. I know Gumshoe made it. I can't stand by the Blue Badger. To be fair, it's labelled a work of art. Yeah. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph. Oh dear. What is the problem? Is it... Wait. The problem in this photograph is here. Oh no, what's this? There's something poking. Oh, thank God, it was actually the right thing. Because if I didn't get it right, that would have. You know what? Maybe I should just draw the blue badger for a stream as well. Maybe we'll just remake him. There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf in any kind of this photograph. The muffler is also part of a car on. The muffler is also a part of on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust pipe, a system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's this suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? Is it her muffler? So what if there was something sticking out of the muffler? Oh. What does that have to do with this case? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why it's important to this case. You said as much in your testimony. Reading's hard, guys. That's what I've learned. And what? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth could be the cloth in the murder is related to this case. Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know. Wait. Yeah, we should do an art contest of drawing the blue badger. Oh my god, let's do that in the Discord. Get everyone to draw the blue badger. Oh my god, let's go. Other person watching this stream, join the Discord and also draw the blue badger. You got this, I believe in you. I don't know who it is, whoever you are, draw the blue badger and join the Discord. Normally I don't force it, but do it. I don't know. The Discord link's in my community tab, by the way. Wait, tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. I actually don't know. I really do. Oh no. I'm tempted to say the picture of Lana because. Oh no. Well, Your Honor, how do you feel about that? Oh no. Actually, I don't feel well at all. I have a pounding headache. No, I meant, what do you think about the... Oh no, we lost! That means I'm gonna... That's what... Oh, that's so annoying. I'm literally gonna have to go back and do everything. We'll have to speedrun this now. Oh, screw you, Lana. Why'd you have to make things so complicated? I literally have to just start again from where we were, which is annoying as hell. See, this is why we save at any point. Well, let's contribute to the shoes, shows the problem. Okay, see, now we have to do all of this again. It's fine, we can speedrun up. Speedrun! Yes, we're doing all of this. What could contradict the bottom of the shoe? It's this thing again. Yep. This is why we save at every point. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We didn't get too far. And this is where she pulls out more evidence. Come on. Oh, I didn't realize we actually did this much. Come on, game. So how's everyone's day? Okay, come on, game. Okay, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, Okay, we have to go for quite a bit. It's fine. We'll speedrun. We don't care. Just give us the evidence and we can point out your problem. Yeah, pull out your not forged evidence, your whack evidence. That shouldn't be illegal. Pull that out. Go on. Come on. It's clearly wet. It's so wet. Oh my god, stop showing me the scary me. You know what? Screw it. I'm saving from here so I don't have to look at Mia again. Save. Don't get me wrong, I like Mia when she's alive. Exhausting day, lots of work at school. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I have lots of work tomorrow to do, and I've also got coding and business work to do for uni, so that's gonna be fun. Okay, that's fine. We just get through this again. Well, hopefully this chills you out a bit, Plum. Me being an idiot, I hope that chills you out. Okay, so the first problem was the muffler, right? Okay, now we'll say from here, so we don't have to keep clicking that. I just realised that makes way more sense. What's this? Oh wait, never mind. We've already done this. What's this suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car muffler? What does that have to do with the case? I still don't know. You would have thought in this moment I would have worked it out. So I'm not going that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. It's the muffler that she was wearing. Why do you think this muffler relates to the murder? See, I know we've presented this. I'm also not going to put it again. It's the fact that she doesn't have a muffler here, even though Angel Star said, "Oh, it's the muffler." Oh. It's that because she says muffler. Miss Star. Sorry, I'm an idiot. We call your testimony from the court. That was actually very obvious. I was just an idiot. Ah yes, when I was arrested, she mentioned the muffler. That's when she had me confused about. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Oh, yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is a vital evidence. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me the cloth. The verdict will wait until after I've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew, that was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? Jesus Christ, George Fair. Oh, to be continued. You know what, we might have to end it there before we get ahead of ourselves. Save progress, of course we will. Okay, wait, I saved that right, or am I blind? Yeah. We can do this a bit quickly, and we're gonna end the stream after we get back into the courtroom, I guess. Woo, we did it, team. February 23rd, 11:56 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of the lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle up, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today, we were swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chamber. Probably something to do with the piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon is tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth. Hola, partner. You know what's funny? I was going to name the stream something country about this guy, but I didn't, because I thought, no, we're more likely going to talk about the Blue Badger. Clearly not. It should have been about him and how annoying he is. They say you show up a red cloth to a ball, it'll fire up temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come in and have a look-see and see where the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got a home ranch locked down tighter than the fort in enemy territory. That hard to step out, huh? What's going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you get enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You'd be worrying about people in the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with its scarf. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say? Now don't that just be all. That was a bit dodgy. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. He was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edge's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. That's gonna be the muffler in there. I said this. So Miss Star wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Oh, Jazz, no, don't. And sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? We're swimming in bloody lava at this point. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some farm ribs. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee? What cowboy says ooh-wee? February 23rd, 12:82 p.m. District Court Room number 9. Okay, well, I mean... Well, I guess that wasn't that... We'll carry on a bit, I guess. We can pause halfway through. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Edgeworth's angry. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. The furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Edgeworth's not having a good turn. Let me get you, man. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what's happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continue with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! But what's happened? It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock, who is this? Who's there? Who are you? What's this music? This is creepy, I don't like this. What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the court. He looks creepy already, I don't like him. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when the man came in. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. He scares me, I don't like him. I feel uneasy about this man. Oh, heh. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How have you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy schmizzy, Udgy. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy? Seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Wright, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. No, I don't trust him. He looks scary. Look at that tan. Don't trust a man that tan. Well, I mean, I'm quite dark, but don't trust a man like that. Thanks. So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometimes. But, little Worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know who the district chief of police? You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Murderer. I don't trust this man. Name's Gan. Damon Gan. Pleased to meet you, everyone. I don't know, he just seems dodgy, right? So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Oh, oops. Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out. And bring this... Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's... my sister's muffler. Don't shout that out. So, Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think it was stuffed into the pipe exhaust. On little Worthy's car, no less. Oh. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switch blade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigations. You tell him, baby! You go off, Edgy! There's no mistake, that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got an award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be upset. Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. I don't trust. Yeah. Don't mess with Edgeworth. This is a major blunder, and this kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like you to take a look at this blade on this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Would you open it for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push the switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Wait a minute. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL62. No, 9. See, no, the reason why I read 6 is because I think that matches up with that note, but I can't remember what the note says. I'm pretty sure it was 7-6, so that's why I'm thrown off. What does this mean? Well, I've heard something similar. Exactly, thank you. DL6 Instant Fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Thank you, Emma. You mess with Worthy, you get the edge. Oh my god, that should be the next stream title, honestly. I think that's a bit long, but still, that is funny. Letters like this, or letters that look a lot like this somehow. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button to rotate and stuff. What? Wow, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at the knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Swiftly knife added to the court record. This does not excuse the action of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? It's about the split between prosecution and the police and this knife. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day at the office, at the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed in the police department. See, what a mess. This time, the time of crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Oh, it's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk about it much. What? There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, OG. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that the Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all afluster, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your question focused on the case at hand. Department in disorder. Right. Here we go. Going to it. So, right. This knife says SL9, right? SL9 2. If we turn this over, can I examine this? Flipped upside down, that says 221 SL9. Oh, I just screenshotted by accident. Apparently you can do that. But that means that this is probably the evidence. The specialist knife, I can't say how, unless there's evidence to prove. Yeah, here we go. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes a connection to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that could go on the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us the clue. Let's examine the knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links the knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the piece is falling into place. I should try presenting this piece of evidence that had stumped this whole time. So, how are things down at the department? Here we go. No, I've done it again. You can hear the heavy tapping on my keyboard. Present. Like I said, I was gonna end, and then Jazz came, so I got distracted, and now I'm just carrying on. Wait a second. I might stop around 2 minutes. 2 hours, 2 minutes. At last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to be something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest-to-good. What do you mean from Mudgy? This is great. I'm trying to work out what voice to give him. It needs to be quite powerful. Look at this tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memento that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7 is 12 divided by 2? Your Honor. Your Honor, it's upside down. Printed name on the memo makes it look like the right side up. Well, turn it around, and what do you get? Here we go. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that was written on the nice tag. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Ryo. I win? Ah. What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in the case, stolen from the department room. Yeah, take that. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? What is, in fact, a murder weapon? Was it? Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Okay. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for... Wait, what? Is the 212 important? No, it'd be 12-2, wouldn't it? Let's suspect that. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, righto. You understand? Try to understand, righto. If you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed over the years. And that knife. What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. Or do I have to inspect it again? No, oh, okay, great, well. That's not what I meant. Because then... Enter. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of Civil Code DL6 movement. No. I've done that though. The 12-2. Wait. 221 on this ticket. But then that's upside down here. And also, well, it's it's 221. But then that's 221, but I don't know how to link that. Stolen from the department room. That was a bad day. We went to school. We'll just keep looking. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eye there, right, oh my boy? Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? What? No matter, I understand you were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened the day at the police department? It was killed, police last. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, OG? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one, this kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Oh dear. So, tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from... So someone was stabbed in the police room. No, evidence room, and then they brought the knife over and killed. Wait, no, but they died at the same time. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between two cases established, we finally have some leverage. We can now get Gant to testify about details. I don't know. It's not officially linked, so there's nothing. Nope, that wasn't even out. That was very convenient. Right, 5:15, but that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder of the prosecutor place, and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's 0.001% chance of this happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Oh, sorry, I just skipped through it. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say, well, out of it, Wright, what's your connection? Yes, out of it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence type. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Oh my gosh, English. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. So I don't trust him, he just came in here and brought that. It seems like, I don't know. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right there. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim of the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get information? Unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim in the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess that I might as well try what I can get out of him. Ooh, let's try this. Victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? I swear to God, if it matches up with Goodman's, I'm gonna flip my lid. Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their names after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't get your hopes up. The number is... Yeah, that's definitely it. That's definitely it. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? ID number of the victim of the police department. 5-8. This tells me something, yeah. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. So both of the people murdered were Goodman? But what does this mean? Well, let's just hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department. Tells you something. What does this tell you? Witness. I'm confused. How this is possible? Because the person murdered at the prosecutor's office was Goodman. But apparently the person's ID that was murdered in the evidence room was Goodman. He was murdered twice. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing. Like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Twinsies! But they still wouldn't have the same ID. Actually, I happen to have this police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Well, wait. That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. It started with 82. I've forgotten. Didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. They share everything we used to share, at least. What does our witness think about that? This is messed up. Oh, sharp as attack, right? Sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman was our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time. So one of them isn't Goodman, right? But that's impossible. So what you're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location. Order! Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm a prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? He's definitely evil somewhere. The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oh, Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, excuse me, but this is Mr. Edgeworth. Anyone on the premise? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I got a report, sir. Oh, I see. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered at the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right here on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer was capable of making a connection. He did seem challenged. Emma. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of your duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you just could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Don't mess with my Edgeworth. Dickhead. No such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. See, I bet he's the murderer somehow. He's got everything planned out. He wants to make everyone look bad. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. He's making me angry. I thought Red White pissed me off. This guy pissed me off just as much. I don't think as much, but... No! Edgeworth, my boy. No, not like this. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all the rumours? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologise for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been I do not think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, I hope for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Okay, we actually managed to speed run through that one. That's fine. Good thing we didn't end that. We are going to end on this one, though. We did it overrun. But, damn, this Gant guy. Oh. I'm getting major flags that he's the killer. It is mainly because I don't think it's... Oh, it could be martial arts. This just seems too convenient. He's just come in and been like, yeah, I have the evidence for you. Oh, by the way, I also have this report. I don't understand how two people... Unless two of them could be murderers. One of them might have just murdered someone who they thought was Goodman. We need to... I don't know. This one's confusing. But we've managed to get Larnus... No, we really even haven't done that. Really? Because Larnus is still in the firing line. But we've done a lot of trial work. Oh, I'm so tired. Honestly, at this point, I don't even remember what we've done. I'm too tired. Yeah. I will end it here. Thank you for watching the live stream. If you liked it and enjoyed, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. It really does help. Make sure you turn on the notification bell as well so you don't miss any of my streams. And also join the server, my Discord server. There should be a community post for it to join. And we're just going to have some vibes there. Yeah, honestly, feel free to join it, whatever. It just means you get notified earlier when my streams are coming, all that sort of stuff. And we can discuss streams and different game ideas. But yeah, there's that. Yeah, if you're an old viewer, thank you for joining again. Really appreciate it. If you're new, again, subscribe. Really helps. Anyway, I will hopefully see you guys all in the next one, where hopefully we can get Lon off the hook. But I've just realised it's only day 2 investigation, which means we probably have another day after this. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, man.